Today's sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Point after try forthcoming. And he misses the extra point. No good, and this will remain a 6-0 game. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week. Come out early. Get some completions. Settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They bring Jeudy in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They face 2nd down and 7.
Roll. Set. Take go.
They'll go again here with Taylor. Third and a yard.
79 Bronco. Check smash. Hunt.
Richardson operating from the pistol. That's caught! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. They'll motion over Pierce. They'll run here with Taylor to the 5-yard line. Second and goal.
Come on. Set.
They'll motion over Pierce. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. but it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18, let's be 19. Go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be caught by the rookie out of LSU. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
And this will be incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. His throw left is complete with Judy. They get 14 on that hookup. It's a Browns 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. And even 30 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Dayton Reed was the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
The ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Now a give up the middle, and he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal.
19,
They'll run. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. Field goal would give them the lead, but they're going to keep the offense out there. They're going to go for this on 4th and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. A safe kick taken at the 5. Whoa! And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go. Go.
From the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Come on. Set. Time to shine, fellas. Ready?
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Browns with the advantage. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment.
Ready.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Come 19.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. Not much develops there. We'll get this to about the 43. Second down and 8.
19 tight. Shut up.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. Space to run inside the 20. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And he will score. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indy.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, and that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Quick throw taken in by Judy. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Let's go now.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And the Browns will up the lead to 5. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Richardson going to look to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now, Richardson. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
Tight end on the move left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This pass caught by Judy. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Third down, 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. In motion, Reed. They'll look to throw yet again. This is caught down that right sideline. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Cleveland.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurate?
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Browns going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Browns are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. They'll motion over Pierce. Richardson to throw it here on first down. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
Here's second and 6.
Let's go now.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. He'll look to throw. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Browns.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it, and the Browns will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Other side, other side. Here we go, hey. Up we go.
On second down, here's Jones. Catch made, that's Pittman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Okay, here we go.
They'll motion over Pierce.
Quick right, quick right, quick right. Up we go.
Jones going to try and throw on third down, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Tarvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
They send him right out of the slot. Back to the air once more on second down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And hold on to that football, young man. As a keeper, his first NFL touchdown. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Here's Gould on the return. Past midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run back.
That one complete to Pierce. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Dom Capers! Dom Capers! Okay, here we go.
Throwing is Jones on third down. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
His kick is good. And the Colts are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
They'll begin here on the ground. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the third quarter of play.
36, Colts 17.
Now, faking the give. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt.
These are the type of self-inflicted wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
On the jump.
They bring Judy in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the 4th quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Half jumbo, up and go.
Throwing on first down is Jones. Now a deep ball for Mitchell.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Detroit. Alpha go.
Now Jones throwing on 2nd down. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Now a give on the ground, and not much there. Down to about the 13. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
They're on 41-yard line.
Here we go. Calm.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player.
Half 18.
On 1st down, Jones. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. And another 1st down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
Cadence, lock in the cadence.
Play action now. It's Jones. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one, take it in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
South salad, south salad.
Shotgun now for Jones. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Up, go.
From the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts.
It's no secret this day has been a rough outing all around, so at this stage of the game, really no choice but to remain aggressive and just try to find something positive on a day where there's been a lot of negative.
Chip. Up we go.
Jones now on 1st down. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes.
Let's go now.
Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it.